Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we will dive deep into the Azure Advisor. The Azure Advisor is a powerful tool from Microsoft that helps you optimize your Azure resources for cost, performance, security, reliability, and operational excellence. If you are managing an Azure environment or you are planning to, then Azure Advisor can save you the time and money. While it can help you meet the best practices also by providing the personalized recommendations. That is why it is also known as your personal cloud consultant, which is absolutely free. My name is Navneet Kumar and I'm a Microsoft certified trainer. The learning objectives of this training video are: what is Azure Advisor, the key benefits of Azure Advisor, and how Azure Advisor works. Well, first thing first, the Azure Advisor is a cloud optimization tool. As I told you earlier, that it is a free service and it provides the personalized recommendations or the best practices recommendations, you can say, for the Azure resources. It analyzes your environment, identifies areas of improvement, and offers the actionable advices to optimize your Azure setup. This can be for the cost, security, reliability, operational excellence, or performance. As you see in this screenshot, for cost, I have one resource which is impacted and a recommendation has been provided by advisor, and this is regarding the front door service which has one backend point. So I can delete the health probe because I don't have two endpoints at least to check the health and to ensure that the endpoint which goes unhealthy, the traffic is routed to the one which is healthy. It does not make sense because I only have one endpoint behind my front door, so it has checked that. We will see this in a while in the demonstration. It can give you the recommendations on 5 different areas. It is like your personal cloud consultant and it helps you improve your cloud strategy in real time. The key benefits of the Azure Advisor are: it can help you in 5 major areas. These can be the cost, so it can help you in cost optimization. The Azure Advisor gives you the recommendations on how to reduce your Azure spending by identifying any underutilized resource or the suggestions which can be more cost effective configurations. Like I gave you one scenario of the recommendation shown in the screenshot in previous slide, that was for deleting the health probe from the front door because there is only one backend point behind the front door. Then the next is security. It reviews your environment and provides the best practices to enhance the security. It helps you safeguard your data and comply with industry standards. This safety net can mitigate the attack surface. Next is performance. When it comes to the performance, the Azure Advisor helps you fine-tune your resources. It ensures you are getting the most out of your environment in terms of speed and efficiency. Next is reliability. Reliability is recommended by Azure Advisor for any changes that you can do to improve the uptime of your resources and reduce the risk of failure. Finally, it provides you the operational excellence that can help you to work with the Azure resources more effectively. Well, now let us talk about how the Azure Advisor works. If you look at this screenshot on the Advisor's Overview pane, I can see the live tiles which show the recommendations, or you can say best practice recommendations to optimize for the cost, security, reliability, operational excellence, and the performance. It also shows the score which is on the scale of 100%. So I can see 89% is the cost for me. I have one actionable recommendation provided, that is to delete the health probe. So let us look into the Azure portal. Working with Azure Advisor is quite handy. All you need to do is you need to go to your Azure portal, and in the Azure portal you can search for the service, or you can see the Azure Advisor services here. If I open the Azure Advisor service, I will see these live tiles which have the data about my Azure environment. And this data shows that I have one recommendation for the cost, the 18 recommendations to improve the security, 5 recommendations for reliability, then operational excellence is 95% score, and performance is 100% that I'm getting. So if I look at any of these, I can also look at this criteria from here. So be it cost. So here we go to the cost. This is the recommendation. It says that you can disable the health probes when there is only one origin in an origin group. So I have a front door service which has only one origin, or you can say the source where from the application is or the data is getting retrieved. And if there is only one backend point behind the load balancer or a front door, so there is no point of using the health probe. You can disable this health probe. Next is I can click on this recommendation and act on this recommendation. So this is my health probe, and this is the recommended action that I can disable this health probe on my front door. So I need to click on this, and as you see that I can update my origin group, and this is the enable health probe option. So this is the thing that I can disable, and then I have updated it. So in case if I have multiple origins or websites to get the traffic from, so I could have left it enabled, of course, because if one origin goes unhealthy, then the traffic need to be routed to the another healthy origin or the source or the backend point, you can say. So this is where I can act on this recommendation. On cost, on security, I have few recommendations, 18 recommendations here. To use the Microsoft Defender for Resource Manager should be enabled. I should use Defender for Resource Manager to see the access control or any sort of anomalies or misconfigurations in the access control I have done for the Azure resources, so it can help. So it can help me protecting that. So Defender for Cloud is there that can protect the resource manager, or can be used for SQL services as well. So I can have the Defender for Cloud for the SQL services. TLS should be updated to the latest version for the web application. One application is there which is using the TLS version which is not up to date. So I can open that and act on these recommendations to improve the security. Then I have reliability related recommendations that I can work on. These are the high recommendations at the high impact, so they need my immediate attention. I need to work on creating the Azure Service Health Alert so that I get immediately an alert in case there is the Azure service facing an outage. Consider having at least 2 origins for the front door. There should be 2 origins. If one is down, then the other will not work. Operational excellence, performance, all recommendations that I can see. Then we have monitoring, alerts, recommendation digests. We have the options, so we can configure the recommendation digests. We can see them from here, or we can create these recommendation digests, and we can provide the criteria, the frequency that we want to run that on. The scope is my subscription, for an instance, the language, the action group, what action I want to take upon this recommendation digest. So that is configurable. I can do the settings configuration of integrating this Azure Advisor. So these are the 2 subscriptions that I have right now. For virtual machine VMSS, if I'm using virtual machine scale sets, so for right sizing, I can use that also. So all the subscriptions have been already selected, as we see here. So this is for all the subscriptions, or I can choose it for a particular subscription, so I can configure it from here. So suppose I have any dev test or any sort of subscription there where I don't need the advisor to work with, so I can change the settings accordingly. So this is the advisor. If I refresh my page and I go back to this advisor, because I have acted on one of the recommendations, so next time that it will check for the compliance for these resources, the score will be improved for the cost. So it is 89%. Of course, this will improve shortly. So one impacted resource is still showing, it's still not updated. So if I go to the cost, and here this is disable health probe, which I already have done. Well, this will take some time. So this is how we deal with the Azure Advisor, and I hope this tutorial was informative to you. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe it for future videos. Thank you.